So that, the stairway to asset protection, there's 4 ways to protect your assets personally, and you touched on one of them. If you're a physician, okay, and your wife is not, okay, and your wife's either not working or your wife's in a profession that's much less risky than yours, you should give a lot of thought to go ahead and either titling assets in your wife's name only, or titling assets in the name of you and your wife as tenants by the entireties. So these words, tenants by the entireties, they really mean something when you're involved in litigation. There's only, one way to own property as tenants by the entireties, and that's by being married. If you're not married, you can't own property as tenants by the entireties. It's a form of ownership restricted to married couples. And the reason the tenancy by the entireties protection is so powerful is that if you're the only one sued, claimants can't seize your half of property jointly titled in the name of you and your spouse as tenants by the entireties. That form of ownership is legally so strong that the only way that claimants can get to property owned as tenants by the entireties is to have a claim against both you and your spouse. It's probably the reason that if you borrowed money from a bank, you'll find sometimes the bank insists on your spouse signing a guarantee. That's when you know that the rubber meets the road and your spouse is behind you in your business.